Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. I am Sanyukta Saxena and this is the Whiteout special series. So last session we worked on this string, right? And you can see how beautiful the white section looks like, right? So this was a string idea and we worked on that string. Today we will be working on another string idea, right? So strings can be very helpful as far as doing the whiteout concept is concerned. You can always leave certain sections of the string empty and see how it looks like. So what I've done here is drawn about 4 concentric circles, right? You can draw it freehand, you can use your compass, preferably draw it freehand. And then what I did was I just created 4 sections like this in the circle, right? 4 sections. And what I'm going to do is leave these sections absolutely empty and then tangle around in the rest of the section. Let's see what happens. You can also make them a little wider. It is entirely up to you. So this is broadly the string that we are going to be working on. So let's get started. Starting from the innermost circle, let us first ink it. Right, I'm probably going to make this one a little wider like this, right? So let's see how it works. Getting rid of the unwanted lines, right? So this is the first layer. Again, up to you, how do you want to do it? So I'm just going to create some sections, drew some lines and just curve the ends, right? Again 1, 2 and 3 and just add some curves at the end and ink the rest. Yeah, again 1, 2 and 3 sections, again add some curves, ink the rest. Again 1, 2 and 3, add some curves, right? Now if you want, you can add some hatching, just like flower, small fescues, line with a dot at the end, right? So let us now move on to the second layer. So choose tangles that come easily to use. There is no hard and fast rule here which tangle what, right? So just go with any tangle you feel like. Probably we can go with simple fragment, triangular fragment. Yeah, take your time, draw slowly. Again adding this curve shape on 3 sides of the triangle, added a knob inside and just ink the rest, right? Rest of the section you can either do the same thing or you can just add lines like these coming from both sides, right? Entirely up to you. This tangle is called hybrid. This way of drawing lines is called hybrid, right? Or you can choose any other fragment of your choice. That's perfectly fine. Just like bedweed, just that we are not adding any weight here. Take your time. Slowly do that for all the sections. And the last one. Right? Then we move on to the next. So I'm not touching these 4 sections that I created. Right? And now you can just divide it into some sections, square. Right? Now choose any fragment of your choice. I'm going with this. Again, a curved line, a little moon over it, and auras on both sides. You can also alternate it. I'm almost finishing drawing my fragment. Drawing this curved line in the center, running from one end to the other. Curved line, a moon, and then a few auras on both sides. Right? So we are already done with 2 layers. Moving on to the third now. Again, so we have already drawn triangles and squares, so let us go with circles now. So I'm just going to add some circles. Right? Take your time. Keep moving your tile. Don't move your hand much. And the last section. Right? Now these small little spaces, again add another layer of orbs, just like we do for onomato. Yeah. So you can add something inside the circle, up to you, or you can leave it as it is. So I'm just going to add 3 lines here and add some bit of weight towards the end of the line, like this, right? So I'm going to add 3 to all and then add that little bit of weight to the lines, especially towards the end. And make sure you just fill up these small little intersectices, the places left after adding the orbs, like this. They will add to the look of your tangle. Right, so I'll show you one section. Add that weight like this. Yeah. Not too much, not too less. And fill in the small little spaces in between the orbs. Like this. And the weight. Yeah. So I will do this exercise for all. So I am on the last section, almost finishing, filling in the small little intersectices, adding those weight at the end of the line, doing both the things simultaneously. Right, so we are done. So now it is up to us whether we want to stop here or we want to take it further, right? So I think I would like to take it further. So I'm going to extend this till the end like this, and then fill the rest of the section with another tangle maybe. Yeah. So let's see. Let's just add some knightsbridge there. Right. Just take your time. Create that square checkerboard grid for your knightsbridge. And then ink the way we do it for knightsbridge. Yeah, I'm going to ink alternate sections now. Right, so this is going to take a little time, but do that exercise slowly for all the 4 sides. Make sure you ink the sections properly. Don't haste up. You can use a bolder nib if you wish. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue like this. You can do that at your own pace. Almost finishing with one section. Yeah, so this is how the entire section looks like. So I'm going to do that for all sides. So I'm almost finishing with my inking here. Inking the same checkerboard kind of tangle, knightsbridge. right? So we are done with our tangling. Let us now move on to shading our tile. So I am just going to add dark graphite here. Right, and we will see if we want to highlight the divisions also. I don't feel it will be required after we shade it this way, but we shall see if there is enough space between the two after blending the graphite. Then we can highlight the dividing lines also, else we will not do that, we will skip that. Right, so there should be enough space left so that that highlight also shows, right? So if after blending there is hardly any space left in between, then we will not do highlighting of these lines. So I am shading it this way so that I can highlight the white section. Right, so let us now blend, and then we shall see if more graphite is required. Make sure the ink has dried up. So Knightsbridge has considerable inking, so your ink should be dry, else it will damage your tile. So pulling the graphite from the edges but leaving the center white. Yeah, so there are so many ways where you can manipulate a string to create a nice whiteout effect, right? So next session will be our last session, wherein I will do some map tangling, right? So we will create a map string, probably just trace the map of your state or your country on the same tile or a bigger tile, and then we will create the same whiteout effect by tangling around it. Yeah. So you can see there is hardly any need to add graphite under these lines, right? They almost look like chunks of pizza and don't need to add under the lines, otherwise it will be all gray. Yeah, so what you can do is use your chalk. I'm going to sharpen it a little and then just highlight the center a little more. Right, use a different blending step and just soften the chalk. Right, so that's another way to give the whiteout effect. Any string idea with a prominent section left out it's just about arrangement of tangles. I'm giving a little touch there, not much. Right, just a minor touch. And we are done, right? So let's close our tile here. I'm going to put in my chop, sign and date it. Right, so I shall see you again with that map idea. So keep a tile ready with your map traced on it, probably your state or your country's map, right? You can always use a little bigger tile, right? The apprentice size tile preferably, and then we shall tangle all around it, right? Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.